Hi you guys, this week we're doing an opinion writing on the best game to play. So that could be a board game, it could be a video game, it could be a card game, it could be a game you play on your iPad, it can be a game you played at recess, it can be anything. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to write down your top 3 games that you like to play, okay? So go do that right now. Okay, do you have your 3? These are the 3 that I picked that I like to play. I like hide and seek, I like to play Mario Kart, and I like to play memory. So now you need to look at your 3 and you need to think about what could I write about? Do I have a lot of things I can say about these games? Who you like to play with, maybe what character you like to be if it's like a video game, how many players there are, what about these games do you like so much? Like I really like hide and seek because I really like finding really good hiding spots. And I also like looking for people and trying to find them fast. So there's a couple reasons why I like it. And then plus hide and seek, I feel like you can play anywhere. You can play outside, you can play inside, so it doesn't really matter about the weather. Mario Kart, I like to play. I like to be different characters in different cars. I like all the levels. I have a lot of fun playing, and I feel like every time I play, I get better at it. And a lot of people can play, like 3 or 4 people can play. And then for memory, this is like concentration where you put all the cards in. You have to find 2 that are the same. And I really like this one because I really try to find little like tricks and stuff, how to remember where they are. And I like playing it because I win usually. So those are the games I like to play. So I want you to think about the reasons why you like playing the games that you wrote down. And then whichever one you have the most to talk about and you're the most excited about, I want you to circle it. Okay, so do that now. Okay, so I picked hide and seek. So I'm going to kind of go through this and I'm going to write mine about hide and seek to kind of help you go through yours. And then you can write your sentences as I'm writing mine. Okay? So we're doing an opinion on the best game to play. So our opening has to be something like that. So we want to use our opinion words and say words like I think, I believe, I feel, or the best. So since we're talking about what the best game to play is, I'm going to say, I believe hide and seek is the best game to play. So I want you to think about your game, and you can use a different sentence if you want. And I want everyone to write their opening right now. Okay, do you have your opening? That's what I wrote. I think hide and seek is the best game to play. So very basic. I didn't give you any reasons or anything like that. So now for my second sentence, I have to think of my first reason. And I remember telling you one of the reasons I like is you can play in any weather. Okay? So even if it's raining or snowing or super hot outside, you can still play inside. So I like that you can play this game anytime. So that's what I'm going to write. I'm going to write, you can play hide and seek at any time. Did I say anything about the weather? No. But that's going to be in my detail. That's going to be where I tell you more about my reason. Okay? So I want everyone to give me a basic reason, and then we'll talk about the detail. Okay? Go do that now. Okay, do you have yours? Okay, I wrote, you can play this game anywhere. And then I forgot. I probably need a transition word, so I just added it right in. See my little carrot? One reason is you can play this game anywhere. So if you forgot one reason or the first reason, I want you to add it somewhere in your paper and draw a little arrow. So now I need to think of a detail about playing it anywhere. So I can talk about, it doesn't matter the weather because you could play inside or outside. So that's what I'm going to write for my detail. So I want you to think of a detail that goes with your first reason. Okay, so for mine I wrote, for an example, there's my transition word again. For example, you can play inside or outside even if the weather is bad. So now I have to think of one more reason. So another reason why I like this game is I really, really like to find hiding spots where nobody can find me. So I really try to think really hard, where can I hide that they're not going to guess? Where's a special hiding spot or a tricky hiding spot that they're not going to know? So that's what I'm going to write for here. And then for my detail, I might tell you a really cool hiding spot that I've hidden that maybe nobody found me. So I want you to think of another reason why you like the game. And then I want you just to start thinking about your detail. So for this one, I'm going to start with another transition word. I'm going to say another reason or the next reason, or since I'm only doing 2, I'm going to put the last reason. So if you want to do more than 2, don't put the last reason. Okay, go do that now. Okay, so I wrote, the last reason is I like to find really good hiding spots. So one time I hid in a laundry basket and I put clothes on top of me so they couldn't find me. So that I'm going to say one time I hid in a laundry basket and nobody could find me. So that was one that I was really proud of because it's really kind of fun when they keep looking and walking past you and you're still hidden, and then they give up and then you win. So I thought that was a really fun time. So that's going to be my detail. I want you to think about your reason and think of a really good detail that'll go with that. And then I'm going to start with, since I started with for an example last time, I don't want to put that this time. I might say one time. So I want you to think of a word you can use to start your detail. So I wrote my detail. I wrote one time I hid in a laundry basket. I could have just said that. I could have just said that was one of my spots, but I wanted to give more details. So I put one time I hid in a laundry basket with clothes on top of me and nobody could find me. That was the special part. That's why I was so excited. So I wanted to add that in my story. And then at the end, I'm going to say, for my closing, I can say, that's why hide and go seek is my favorite, or that's why hide and seek is the best game. Something like that. That's why blah, blah, blah is the best, or you should go play hide and go seek right now. You can kind of try to convince them. So I want you to think of a closing that you can add to yours and then write it down. All right, so I wrote, as you can see, hide and seek is the best game to play. So that was my closing, and that's what we were talking about. We were talking about what is the best game to play. So I wanted to make sure I had something about that in my closing. All right, I cannot wait to read about your favorite games to play and maybe try some of them. Have fun, you guys. Let me know if you need anything.